Hi there, I'm Akita, and today I'm going to walk you through a very beginner-friendly tutorial on how to open up your Etsy shop. Now, if you're someone who is non-techie or you just get kind of nervous or overwhelmed, I don't want you to be stressed out. I don't want you to be overwhelmed. I'm going to walk you through everything step by step, and we're going to get this done with minimal to no stress. Now, I'm going to go ahead and be working on my desktop computer. I recommend a laptop or a desktop for this process just to make everything easy for you. So let's just go ahead and get started. Now, to go ahead and to start this whole process, you want to look in the description box below, and you're going to see a bunch of emojis. And next to that particular set of emojis, you're going to see a message that says, "Click here to start your Etsy shop." Go ahead and click that link, and it's going to take you right here to this actual web page. And what you're going to do is go ahead and click Open a Shop Today, because what's going to happen when you click that link, you'll get 40 free listings and I'll get 40 free listings, and yay for both of us for that. And once you've done that, you're going to be on your way. So go ahead and click and let's get moving. Once you've clicked that link, what's going to happen is this little box is going to pop up, and then I am going to use my Google account. You can sign in or sign up however you actually want to. I recommend Gmail. That's just my personal preference, but you go ahead and click Continue with Google, and then a box will pop up with your email and so forth right over here or somewhere on the actual page. Go ahead and click it, and you're going to be on your way. So you might have to hit continue as well, also fine. And now we are rocking and rolling. So it's going to say welcome, your name, all that kind of good stuff. And all you have to do over here to the right is just click the black button that says, let's do this. What brings you to Etsy? You just answer this question as honestly as you can. I'm just going to go ahead and put, let's just say I'm curious. Let's go with that. What categories are you interested in? I'm just going to say digital. And now we come to the fun part, which is to start your shop. So notice up here how we have these different, checkpoints in terms of what you're going to be doing. So we're going to start off with shop preferences, naming your shop, how you'll get paid, share your billing info, and your shop security, if I can say that correctly. Tongue twister. So shop language, if you need to go ahead and change it, just go ahead and click the box and you can go ahead and change it to whatever language you prefer to change it to. Shop country, shop currency, just go ahead and change all that to best apply to you. Then click Save and Continue. Now for naming your shop, this can be a little bit stressful for some people, only because a lot of shop names are actually taken. You have to make certain that you actually have between 4 to 20 characters, and there's no special characters or spaces or things like that. So what it's going to do, I'm just going to put in a shop name that I'm 99% certain that someone already has. So let's go ahead and say my shop. And notice here how it says, hey, we have the green check marks that, hey, this looks good, so does this, but my shop is already taken. So it's going to give you some suggestions in terms of, what you can put for your name. It's kind of up to you. Now for this one, I'm looking at My Shop by Akita. So I think I'm just going to put The Shop. By Akita. And boom, here we go. Actually, let me go ahead and just put A Shop by Akita. And what you're going to want to do, just for frame of reference, I like to go ahead and write things down. I write down passwords, usernames, names of shops, all that kind of good stuff, just to keep myself on track, but it's completely up to you. But once you have your actual shop name set, notice how we're making our way on through these checkpoints. You go ahead and you click Save and Continue. Okay, so this right here talks about how you'll get paid. So specifically, like when you're selling things, you're selling your products, how is Etsy going to pay you? So I'm going to go ahead and scroll on down here, and it's going to ask you some questions. So where's your bank located? For tax purposes, what type of seller are you? Now, I am not a lawyer or anything of that nature, nor do I play one on television, but for the most part, my guess is that you're going to probably fall in individual or sole proprietorship. That's where I fall. I'm an army of one, and perhaps you are too. Then it's going to ask you to tell us a bit about yourself, your name, birth, social security number, and I would assume, let me keep scrolling down here, it's going to want your taxpayer address and all that kind of good stuff. So at this point in time, gather the information that you need, go ahead and fill out this page. I'm going to go ahead and fill it out myself. And then once you've done all of this, just go ahead and click the Save and Continue button. All right, so this is the second half of what you're going to have to do to get paid when you start selling your products on Etsy. So you'll notice up here how it says this little green rectangle, your identity information has been saved. And then here is where you're going to add in your bank information. So it's going to, just double check that your full name is correct, that that's all accurate. And then and if it's not, click edit your name and go through that process. But essentially, you're going to go ahead and click the button, connect account via Plaid. And I'm just going to press that right now. This little widget is going to go ahead and do its thing. And then we're just going to go through this process. So hit continue. And then typically what I do is I go with the instant version of how to link your bank account. Then hit continue. And then this right here shows all the different bank accounts banks that are, well, it's the main players. You can actually just type in, if you don't see your account, you can just go ahead and type it in, and then it'll go ahead and pop in, and you're basically going to be good to go. So once you've typed in your actual bank, your bank of choice, I'm just going to go ahead and click, I guess, Huntington for right now. Somehow the actual screen is going to change, and it's going to ask you for your username and your password, because you have to log into your bank account to make certain that, well, basically they can go ahead and connect it. So all that being said, you just want to go ahead and take a moment, find your account, and then follow the prompts that are on the screen and go from there. So go ahead and pause this video, find your bank account, and then follow the prompts. You might have to go ahead and click log in, or it might say continue. A separate window might pop up. Expect that too, but it really does depend on what bank you're actually banking at. So go ahead and pause here if you need to, follow the steps, and then I'm going to do the same thing on my end, and then we'll pick up right after that. All right, so once that whole process has been done and you've connected your account to Plaid or to Etsy via Plaid, you'll notice that the actual screen changes. You're going to have a little green box here underneath account for payouts that says your bank account has been connected via Plaid. And below that, you're going to see the last 4 digits of your account number too, and just making certain that everything is looking good there, that everything looks as it should in terms of your last 4 digits popping up. And then you go ahead and you click Save and Continue. Now at this point, we're on verification of your identity. So you are going to just double check that you have your legal name here, your actual date of birth. You are going to pose for a little selfie, and you're going to finish setting up your shop. Now you are going to need a device with a camera, and you're also going to need your ID. So I'm going to use my driver's license. Whatever ID is relevant for your particular country or your situation is what you're going to want to have. So once you secure those things, let's go ahead and keep moving on, but feel free to go ahead and pause the video and kind of go from there. Now, once you click Continue with Persona, it's going to give you 2 separate choices: Express Review with biometric info or Manual Review without biometric info. I always go with the Express Review just because it's faster. You make the best decision for yourself, but this is the one that I typically just roll with. So I'm going to go ahead and click that, and then I'm going to click the button that says choose this option. Now what it's going to do is go ahead and just basically ask you to go ahead and get verifying. So I'm going to click the Begin Verifying button. And then what I'm going to end up doing here is actually using a different device. So I don't want to actually use my laptop or desktop. I'm going to use my cell phone instead. So I'm going to click use another device. And then what I'm going to do, and what you'll do as well if you're using this particular method, which I do recommend, it's just easier with your cell phone, is you go ahead and scan the QR code. You can also have it send you a text message. It's kind of up to you. But doing the QR code version typically works best for me. So I just scanned the QR code with my phone. And then I'm going to go ahead and click the link that pops up with persona.com. And it's going to go ahead and take me to a spot where I can go ahead and start taking pictures of my photo ID. So a couple of quick tips as I do this in real time right now. You want to make certain that you are in a well-lit area. I have a lamp right next to my desktop right now. So it's going to ask you to, take the front part of your ID and then a picture of the back parts as well. And then you just click upload this photo. And it's very user-friendly, I have to say. Just make certain that it's well lit, that it's clear, that everything can be seen. And you're basically good to go. And sometimes it takes a minute. And then it's going to say uploading your ID. Hang tight. This might take a few seconds or something to that effect. And I'm just going to wait for it to say, yay, everything's good to go, and so on and so forth. And you will do the same when you get rolling with this too. Now what's going to happen is it's going to say now time for a quick selfie. So at this point, you're going to click the black button that says take a selfie. And it's going to load your camera on your phone. And you just kind of hold it like out and have your head in the center of the circle. You're just following the instructions. I'm turning my head to the right now too. And now it's verifying everything. I'm just holding it in front of my face. Does that make a difference? I don't know. I am just going to go with this until it verifies who I am. And as you can see, it's saying that my identity has been verified. I am not a scammer or anything like that. I am legit. And basically that's it. So when that happens for you, go ahead and continue your shop setup. And now we're on to the actual fees. So there are fees for selling on Etsy. There is a one-time setup fee. There are listing fees and things of that nature too. You do receive, if you use my link below at the very, very beginning of the video, and you use that link, you do get 40 free listings to kind of get you started, but it just wants to make certain that you understand, hey, this is the actual terms of the agreement. So you'll go ahead and click, I have read and understood these fees. And then now you just go ahead and fill all this out. So this is how, all right, so let me just specify something because this can be a little bit confusing. The first portion right here for how you're getting paid, that's how Etsy is going to pay you. This section right here is how you're going to pay Etsy. So as you list things or how you have your transaction history and like so on and so forth when you sell things, whatever Etsy's fees are, it needs you to put a credit card online and have it saved to be able to take care of the fees. And there is also a one-time setup fee of $29 that you have to go ahead and roll with too. It seems as though they are doing a special offer right now, though, to get your setup fee back. And there's going to be some information that's going to pop up there that you should be able to make your best choice about. If memory serves, I think it's about maybe doing a monthly something for Etsy, which I never take that myself personally, but you might want to. But at this point in time, what you want to go ahead and do is just fill out your credit card information, expiration date for stuff, etc., your billing address, and so forth. And then when all that is all said and done, you want to go ahead and click Total Due Now, click the actual box, and then go ahead and click Review Setup Fee and Continue. It's going to actually, in the bottom right-hand corner, this button is going to turn black and allow you to click it once all the information is filled out. It's just not doing it now because I don't have anything filled out, but I'm not going to do that on camera. I'm going to do that with this pause, but you go ahead and pause the video as well. And then I'm going to fill this out, all this information. You'll do the same, and then we'll catch back up and move on to the next checkpoint. As you can see, there's a special offer for us today, or at least perhaps it might be for you. I know for sure it's popping up for me. All right, let's get started. So this right here is the special offer. And it says join Etsy Plus today and get a $29 credit after 6 months. That covers your setup fee. So if you actually subscribe to Etsy Plus for $10 a month plus taxes, you get these perks. It's a great deal. According to this label, I'm not going to go with this exclusive offer today for this particular shop. And I'm just going to go ahead and click save and continue, but you make the best decision for you. I'm just rolling with this. So save and continue button. Now at this point in time, you can go ahead and keep your shop extra safe. So 2FA is two-factor authentication. It simply means that when you are logging into your shop, that Etsy will go ahead and ping you, send you a text message to your phone or something of that nature, just to make certain that it's you getting into your shop and not some random person. So this is something that I do use for like all of my accounts, not just for Etsy, but other things too. And if it's, doable and you have a phone, and, most of us do, hopefully everyone does, that's actually watching this video, I would go with that and just kind of, go with SMS. You can also go with phone or an authenticator app. I like to keep it simple and just go with text messages, but you just want to make certain that you keep a hold of that number, you keep a hold of that phone. Otherwise, that'll probably be a whole issue. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and keep it on SMS and just go ahead and click continue. And then what you'll go ahead and do is just go ahead and enter your phone number. It should probably pre-populate and just be right here from your previous information. But then what you're going to want to do is go ahead and send the code to your actual phone. So click the black button that says send code. And then for myself, I'm just going to go ahead and get my cell phone up right now. And I'm going to take a moment here and just type in the code. Okay, that is all done. Lovely. So once that is done and you've done the same exact thing, and if it's email, I'm assuming that the same thing is going to happen. You'll have a code sent to your email, and kind of go from there. And like you said, either phone or email, whatever's going to work for you best. It's going to ask you for the code, and then you're going to go ahead and click continue. Now, these are your backup codes. These are specifically keyed or tied to your actual account. So if something ever happens and you can't get into your account, you want to keep these actual backup codes handy. So what I would simply do is just copy the codes, or even like save to your device, like right here. Just went ahead and saves in a text notepad or a text file, and then you just have it handy. Put it into Google Drive, put it, wherever you need to go ahead and put it, and just make certain that you label it in such a way that you know where these codes actually are. All right, almost done. So we're gonna go ahead and click save and continue. And it's going to go ahead and put everything in place. This is going to do its little magic and so forth. Yay! Confetti, circle confetti. Yay! And then of course here you can go ahead and turn on security alerts, all that kind of good stuff. I'm just going to go ahead and do that myself. And essentially that is it. Alerts are on. Is it on? Yes, now they're on. You have to click it there. Some of this interface has changed. But basically this is it. Your actual store is set up, ready to rock and roll, ready to list and get some things done. So well done to you. Yay! Pat yourself on the back. Wasn't so bad, was it? All right. So if you enjoyed that, if you're enjoying the learning, the teaching, please consider a like, a subscribe, or just a comment below. I'd appreciate any of them. It costs you nothing and it would mean the world to me. Good luck out there. Take care.